Muncie, Indiana possesses a rich Appalachian heritage. Thousands of its residents have their roots in the hills of West Virginia, eastern Kentucky, and Tennessee. These people are primarily 20th century arrivals who came to work in the city's automobile and glass factories as early as World War I. But the largest percentage migrated in the 1940s and 50s, when unemployment developed in the Appalachian coal mines and Midwestern industries offered new job opportunities. These Appalachian folks and their families brought with them not only their working skills, but also several generations of customs, traditions, and lifestyles. Their labor added to the economic well-being of Muncie, while their customs and traditions enriched it culturally. The lives of the Appalachian families pictured in this exhibit tell part of this story.
I was in the Marine Corps, and I had a sister that lived out at Eaton, Indiana. Her and her husband had came here because he was seeking a better job. And they wrote and told me while I was in service, you know, how much money we were making where he was working, which was more a year. So I got discharged in 48 and came right on up here. Been here about 2 weeks, went to work for a year. I kept wanting to quit. I was in the gray yarn department in dust. I kept wanting to quit, and he kept saying, work till you get a payday. So I worked till I drew a payday, and it was more in a week than I'd been drawing in a month in the service, see? So that looked good to me. And I put 30 years in there, more a year. I'll have to say, Muncie's been good to me. I came here with the expectation of making a living and going back. And when I did get to where I could retire and go back, and I find that I have too many roots here to have no desire to move back anymore. When I was growing up, that was about the two choices, you know, either coal mine or lumber yard. I never worked in the mines. Dad said he put enough time in for me and him both. It was well divided where I was raised. The people that worked for the company, you know, I mean the company personnel, management, they lived in one side of town, and their houses were bigger than ours that your dad dug coal. We lived in below the cemetery, and the houses were all just alike. You couldn't tell one from the other. There at the Stearns, they had their grocery store. They owned that. Then they had the bank. They owned that. They owned the filling station, the car dealership. They owned the golf course and swimming pool. They owned all the houses in that area. But you could get anything you wanted at their store, though. I mean, you know, that was a good part about it. If you worked in the mines, and mines was working, you didn't have to worry about going hungry or barefooted, because you just go charge it to your dad, or your dad could go charge it. My dad was involved very much so in the United Mine Workers. And I can remember back in 36, they had been out on strike. And when they busted the union. And when they started back to work, they told Dad, well, we don't have no job for you. You know, Dad had been a company man up until a while before that, you know, and then he went union and helped organize it, and then they got busted, and so he didn't have his timber setting job after the strike. He didn't have no job, but then he went back to digging coal. So it did make a difference what side of the union you were, where you were union and where you were company. Eaton Avenue Baptist Church was started in 1936 here in Muncie, and the people that Reverend Stephen Sewell was first pastor and pastored there for 28 years, I believe, and he was from the Appalachian Mountains. And the church was mostly made up of people from there, and that was my first contact with church in this area.
Last night I dreamed an angel came. He took my hand, he called my name, he bid me look
blessing that you and I sometimes overlook, really. Living in a world or in a country that we have this freedom is a great privilege, and it's cost many, many lives and much blood has been spilled that America might stay free, that we might be allowed to assemble in a free society. We are glad today for that privilege. We just pray, Lord, that your purpose be fulfilled in our lives.
Stir the hearts, Lord, to go to the lost this morning. Get this one out.
Heavenly Father, each of these
My Savior's sake. Live a life that's pure for Jesus and that will come against this ground like that day. Won't we have a good time? But we listen to the angels shout and sing all the time. There is sadness, all we that grieves, walking with the Savior in His favor all the time.
Basically, your entertainment was your church. The places that you went to church. School in the church also. That was where the school was held at. There was 8 grades in one room. But they had pie suppers and cakewalks and just about any entertainment that it would be based at the church. We lived in a coal mining town, which was owned and operated by the Stearns Coal and Lumber Company. All the houses were the same color, white with green trim. All the stores were owned by the company, and they had numbers, not names. You spent the money that you made there in that community. As a matter of fact, the miners were paid in what was called script, and you could not spend it out of that county. You could take it to a bank and for a rate have it exchanged into regular currency. But most of the money was kept there in the town. I remember how hard he worked. Very, very hard. He would be completely black when he would come home at night. And of course we did not have a bathroom, so they would have to carry water, and he would take a bath in a tub with water from the spring. I remember him telling me that he was up to $12 a day, and he was really proud of that because that was a lot of money, he thought. But coal was also $2 and $3 a ton at that time. I remember that he had to lay on his stomach or his back and work most of the day. I remember times when many of his friends were killed in the mines, in mining accidents. And of course he had black lung, which eventually killed him.
We would get up early. My dad would set the alarm, or he would wake up like at 3:30 or 4 in the morning and would go out and work. There were certain times of the year that he had to do certain things. And like when the corn would get high or get ready to harvest, and you'd have to cut the corn and get it ready to eventually pick it.
When Daddy would come in of a night, all of us, Mother, he'd say, "All right, Belle," he called her Belle, "come on, let's go in now and play the piano." And he'd be so tired. I know my dad would be tired, but yet he didn't have the money to let us do a lot of things, so we'd all gather around, and that was great. And Daddy would we thought Daddy was the best dancer in the world, and he'd make up this little jig, and really, Daddy'd get up and he'd do this little dance for us. We would clap our hands and just laugh.
When you use the
that was wonderful. And Mother would play the piano, and she would play all them golden slippers, and then they would end up singing, "When the roll is called up yonder, I'll be there." And then sometimes they would sing the old rugged cross, so we'd have us all to join in on the old rugged cross because we would know this. See.
Reverend Fairchild came out to share lunch with us, and so how I got involved in politics, I guess the interest may have come from years ago from my grandfather, because Dad told me how that my granddad, Charlie, was that his name? His dad used to be, years ago, be involved in Kentucky. I guess I would have to say it's just as the Lord opened doors, and one thing led to another, and so that's how coming to be involved today was I got involved locally, and I was elected to trustee in Liberty Township. I was the first Democrat to be elected to Liberty Township trustee.
Sharper, and the smog and acid rain are over everywhere. If a tear slips down my face almost unnoticed, if I could just reach Tennessee, I'll be alright. We lived on one of them. It's just a rocky hillside of about 8 acres, and I didn't like to rock babies while they worked in the garden, and I didn't like to do carry water, and I didn't like none of that, so I left. But now I think that that's the best life I ever had. We wasn't dependent on anybody for anything. A little bit of coal oil, you know, go a long ways. And so I left because I wanted to see the other side of the mountain. My dad had a mining accident, and he got a little bit of money off of it, and he bought this land. It was an abandoned railroad, and they was selling off land. And he bought 8 acres, and he built no roof, 2 rooms. And I can remember moving there and living in 2 rooms till he could add on to it. Now them houses was cold, and see, you know, a miner usually has a large family.
Yes.
It was 2 rooms down and 1 little room up, and it was all alike. And well, you go up around the brown noses, you know, and the dudes we called them, and they had their stables, they had their tennis court, and they had their electricity, and a few of the very favorites had a 4-room house. I wrote this poem called Come Winter because I knew what was happening to the place I used to live, and I'd seen the strip mining and everything, and seen they come ever near. And it's called Come Winter. I'll go back home this summer for one last time to see the bubbling brooks and the cold, cold springs and the stately old oak trees, because they'll all be gone come winter. The strip miners come ever near. Then in my heart only memories of a place I love so dear. I'll go back home this summer just once more to see holly bushes growing on a hillside and the redbud and the dogwood trees, bluebirds nesting in a treetop and hummingbirds flying without fear. They'll all be gone come winter because the strip miners come ever near. Yes, I'll go back home this summer just once more to see wildflowers blooming on the mountainside. Soon no more will be. Wildlife will flee and the birds won't sing. And for each I'll shed a tear. They'll all be gone come winter, for the strip miners come ever near. And I hear the whippoorwills call at twilight, and I see the wildflowers covering secret valleys. If I could just reach Tennessee, I'd be alright.
I wish that I was on a rocky top down a tune called 8 More Miles to Louisville. Are you ready? I've traveled around this country wide seeking fortune fair. I've been down 2 coastlines, I've traveled everywhere. Portland East to Portland West and back across the line. On my way this very day, that old hometown of mine. 8 more miles to Louisville will come into my view. 8 more miles on this old road, I'll never more be blue. I knew someday that I'd come back and I knew it from the start. 8 more miles to Louisville, the hometown of my heart. There's bound to be a girl somewhere that you love best of all. Mine is down in Louisville, she's long and she's tall. She's the kind that you can't find around through this land. On my way this very day, with her heart in hand. 8 more miles to Louisville, we're coming to my view. 8 more miles on this old road, I'll never more be blue. I knew someday that I'd come back and I knew it from the start. 8 more miles to Louisville, the hometown of my heart. Well, I can picture in my mind the place that we'll call home. A humble little house for 2 we'll never more to grow. Place is right for that little sod as he knows the grass hills. Gently flows the old Iowa, my place called Louisville. 8 more miles to Louisville will come into our view. 8 more miles on this old road, I'll never more be blue. I knew someday that I'd come back and I knew it from the start. 8 more miles to Louisville, the hometown of my heart. Okay, I want to. I said, blue moon of Kentucky, keep on shining. Shine on the one that's gone, lovely blue. Blue moon of Kentucky, keep on shining. Shine on the one that's gone, lovely blue. It was on a moonlight night, the stars shining bright. When you whispered on high, your love said goodbye. I said, blue moon of Kentucky, keep on shining. Shine on the opposite right. Your partner left and then partner left, opposite right. Now partner left. Two hands swing your opposite. Join hands, circle left. Now outside arch, the inside under. On the left. Join hands there, circle around. You circle around that bend. Turn your opposite by the right. Partner left. Now opposite right. Partner left. Two hands, swing your opposite. Join hands, circle. Now outside arch, inside under. To the center, right hand cross, halfway around. Back by the left. Back out there. Now join hands, circle south, and then now left to run the down around the tree and then we're taking the picking up together around the tree. Use your own star, pollinate up there, you get on there. Now sides, lead to the right, and circle one time around. Do a rip and sword. Join hands, circle one more time around.